Hey everybody, my name is Ari Duran and I'm actually an analyst for the state of California. So I'd say my favorite part, I love that I have the ability to be able to make sure that we have qualified individuals actually caring for our family and friends when they're most vulnerable times. So I love that I'm able to help with that selection process and I'm very honored by that. The least favorite part of my job, I'd have to say, is probably just handling as the amount of paperwork that we handle on a daily basis. But I mean, I'm appreciative for my job, so if that's the least of my worries, I'm grateful. What it takes to be successful in my job is that you have to be super detail oriented, have to make sure you can handle a big caseload at a time, and then just making sure that you work well with a whole bunch of different departments and different agencies would be my best piece of advice. So a typical morning would be like I'd go sign on to my computer, check in with my supervisor, just looking at my calendar to see what kind of applications I have to work on, which ones are the oldest to the newest, and starting my day and going from there. So a typical afternoon looks like processing applications, emailing providers, possibly calling them. I'm currently teleworking from home right now, so catching up on my any voicemails I may have, and just making sure I get everything finished before I have to head into the office during my midweek my midweek run. One thing that I'd say that is surprising that I do in my job is that I'm actually a part of an EEC committee, which is an employee engagement committee. I'm actually the lead for that for the Department of Public Health, and I'm able to help organize different events, such as our winter parties, our summer day parties, festivals, like lunches, just to build a camaraderie within our department and just make it more fun and boost the morale throughout the year. So, the type of individual that enjoy the career that I'm currently in is anybody that's really excited about getting into healthcare and be able to help patients and people in need throughout the state of California. Anybody that just wants to learn more about working for the state and whatnot. I feel like this is a great foot in the door. And then there's just so many various different avenues you could go in, different departments you could be working for, and it's just a really awesome advantage. And there's so many like lateral roles that you can apply and just move up quickly, and it's super awesome. A lot of opportunities open for everybody. So currently during COVID, so I work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from home, which I'm very grateful for. And then Wednesday, I'm in the office pretty much all 8 hours. But then I also work 4 80s, which means I have every other Monday off. And then every other day, I only have to work 9 hours. And then the other Monday, I work 8 hours, which is super nice, just having that extra day off each week. So it's a 3 day weekend. Whoop, whoop. So I do have some mentors at work. I'd say it's probably like my supervisor, and then my previous supervisor as well. And then anybody that's kind of been with the state, you'll find out really fast. They'll know the most information about the holidays, the time you get to take off. But they're just like a wealth of knowledge. And since there's vast departments all across the state, you'll run into and get the opportunity to work with many different people, many different agencies. And so I think I've been privileged enough to have my mentors be the ones that I work with closely. And I'm just super grateful. They provide me with pretty much all the information I need with the state and currently continuing to learn more every single day. So, funny story. I always thought, hey, I always told God, like, God, you put me where you want me to be, but I've always said, like, oh, I do not want to work for the state. I don't want to work for the state, just because my dream job was just working for the San Francisco Giants. And that was my mindset. And then you know what God does? He's like, you know what? You're going to work for the state, Ari. I tell you what to do. You don't tell me what to do. So that's how I got my job here. My brother-in-law actually works for the Department of Justice. He's like, Ari, you should start applying for state jobs because they're super awesome. They have great benefits, retirement, and everything, and you get a lot of days off. Woo! So that's how I got here. So some things I wish I would have took in college that would have definitely helped me and assist me in this process now would have been to definitely take more business classes. Just because I work a lot with contracts, I deal with a lot of different like agencies, being very like meticulous on paperwork and whatnot. I'd say even more like copy editing and writing things. Classes. I took some at PUC. I'm super grateful for Professor Thu, so thank you so much. But yeah, I'd say definitely those ones just because this job specifically is very detail oriented and you can't miss a beat because you want to make sure we have those super awesome employees working for us and taking care of our family members in need. When I was in college, did I think I'd be here with the state now? Definitely not. I thought I'd be definitely working for the Giants, but doesn't mean that you can't get to where you want to be. But every job that I've had since college, every internship I've had since college has definitely prepared me to where I am today and where I want to go. So don't think that just because after college you landed a different job than what you were expecting, just think of it as just a stepping stone to where you want to go. So some advice I'd give my college self as opposed to my current self would be, you know what, Ari, just focus on never giving up, just knowing that you will get there someday. Have hope, have faith. God's gonna put you right where you could serve him best. And super awesome because you could have a full-time job and you could also do side like internships or get involved with nonprofits or get involved with your favorite organizations outside of having your current job, but it could also boost you to where you want to go and putting your foot in the door with those future endeavors. So the mantra that I've been using, oh, there you go, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans that I have for you, says the Lord. They're the plans for good and not for disaster, to give you future and hope. And I literally have that on my Bible next to my bed every morning. I read that verse as well as my daily devotions, and I just focus like we're here on this earth. God has us here for a purpose. We're all here to do his will, and I'm just excited by the opportunities to be able to be in these current positions and just know that God's only going to put me where I could serve him best. So I'd say the coolest thing about my current job is that it's right now, well, other than during COVID times, it's actually stationed downtown in Sacramento, right behind the Capitol. So to have all these different restaurants, there's so many different state buildings around, so many different departments within our building itself, that we have the opportunity to get to know various different people, connect with them. I love making connections and networking, and that's one of my favorite things to do with the state so far. So I've been able to meet a lot of different people, learn about a lot of different departments and where I want to go, such as like Veterans Affairs, and get to know that department because I'm very passionate about our service members and helping give back to them because I feel like they give so much to us. So I'd say that's the coolest part about my job. And they also pay for you to go get trained at different courses and stuff that will help your job. So I think it's super awesome because you get to like not only build up your resume by having all these different classes and certifications behind you, but it also helps you get to where you want to go. So, and then I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity. You guys are going to do great. God has amazing things in store for each and every one of you. And just always believe that. And I'm praying for you guys. Have a great day. Bye.